Chris Verlod. I'm here with Supreme Pro Wrestling Champion Olumide. How are you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing good. There's a huge SPW anniversary, 25-year anniversary coming up Sunday, the 27th. You're going to be in the main event, I assume, correct?
I am the main event. That is correct.
And who are you taking on? What type of match is it? What are we going to get on Sunday?
So on Sunday, it's an elimination style match. It is myself, champion. It is Bobby Callahan. It is Guapo Lupe, and then it is also Chima. The rules of the match are simple. If you get pinned or submitted, you're eliminated. The last person standing is the champion.
And I'm assuming you're going.
Let's be honest, it'll be me. Of course, it'll be me. Yeah. I beat them all before.
How long
have you
been
every single one
of them?
Oh boy, you lose count after 500 and something days. It's at least 540.
540.
Something along those lines. It's at least 540, if not 500 and possibly 50 by the time we get to Sunday. But it doesn't matter. The number will continue to rise. So
in Sacramento, we talk about how long the streak was for the Kings to make the playoffs. They went so long without the playoffs. You're the opposite. You've been in Sacramento for this long as the champion and haven't lost yet. Maybe we could get some good vibes for the Kings from you then.
Yeah, well, the Kings should probably take some lessons from me.
So, how did you get started in wrestling? Did you come up as a fan? Is it something that you got into later in life? How'd you get into wrestling?
Well, I mean, like most, you find wrestling as a young person. So as a kid, I found wrestling. But as time was going on, I put my focus in other things, basketball, track and field. By the time I was done with college, with my track career, I got in touch with my trainer, Nathan Brick, who was also a part of The Appeal. I got in touch with him, saw that he was a professional wrestler. So I said, hey, this is something that I've been looking to get into since you're already in it. Can you train me? So that was, what year was that? That was slightly before COVID. So about maybe 2018, something along those lines. Did some training, but then COVID shut everything down. So all the training, I can't say it went to waste because, I mean, I'm champion. So it didn't go to waste. But then for the whole of COVID, I was on ice, didn't get to do anything. And then out of COVID, it was my time to shine. So that's what I did.
As an athlete, you hear about wrestling. It's like, obviously it's an athletic sport. You need to be an athlete to be in it. What was like the type of training that you went to as from a track star into wrestling? Was there something like, oh, I get this from being in track, being an athlete? And was there something like, I wasn't expecting this at all? What were the pros and cons of coming to it from your athletic standpoint?
Well, luckily, as a sprinter, you're naturally lean and explosive anyway. So that's what I brought that from track and field into wrestling. The only difference is the physicality. In track, nobody's slamming me, nobody's throwing me. So that part I kind of had to get used to. But like I said, I'm already used to taking a bit of a beating. It takes some endurance to do track. You got it. Like I said, you got to be conditioned. You got to be mentally tough to be able to compete, point blank period. So wrestling is no different. It's competition. It's competing. So I brought the competitive side of me from collegiate sports. I brought it to professional wrestling. In terms of training, obviously when you run, you don't need nearly as much muscle on you. In fact, too much of it will slow you down. But in the ring, I need a little bit extra on me so I can throw somebody. And when you throw in 300-pound people, you put on some size. So.
And where did you go to college for track?
I went to Chico State.
Around here? Chico State.
I went to Chico State, yes. Oh. I didn't do the partying. I didn't do all of that. So.
I know a couple of people from Chico State, and they would be surprised that someone went there and didn't party at Chico State.
Yeah, well, you need discipline, right? You need discipline, and you need something. Not saying I'm better than them. That's not what I'm saying. I don't have to say anything. This says a lot of things for me. So, yeah.
Are you from the area? How did you get to Chico State?
I'm relatively local. I went to Yuba City High School.
Okay.
And then I went to Yuba College. I went to Butte College for a little bit. And I've just made my way up to Chico State because it was either Chico State or Sac State from around this area. And I wanted to try something slightly different. I had been to Sacramento enough times, so I figured Chico State would be a little different. And I was right. It was different.
All right, cool. And so when did you wrestle in SPW, obviously the SPW champion. Have you wrestled in any other promotions? Where else might we have seen you?
So I've wrestled PCW, which is in Oroville. I've also wrestled for WCWF, which is in Yuba City. I've wrestled for where have I wrestled? I've wrestled in Texas for Reality of Wrestling, which is Booker T's school. I've wrestled for AEW. A lot of it relatively local, but I've wrestled in Nevada for Reno Wrestling Factory. Where else have I wrestled anywhere else? I've wrestled in North Dakota. I've wrestled in South Dakota. So we're just tacking on states. The plan is to wrestle everywhere and anywhere.
So going to be, I'm guessing you're going to try and go to overseas at some point, go over to Japan, Europe.
Overseas would be wonderful. I mean, that would be the plan. I'm from England, so to wrestle in my home country, yeah, it's definitely on the list.
Rabid fans in England.
Oh, they're a little crazy. Little would be an understatement. So.
So you're from England. I got to ask, what football team do you support?
When I was over there, believe it or not, when I was in England, I wasn't a football fan. I was more of a basketball fan. But when I was over there, I was a fan of. I went through phases. I was an Arsenal fan. Then I was a Manchester fan, but I won't lie, the Manchester was a bandwagon thing. And then I supported Chelsea for quite a while.
Okay, so I've got to ask, this tells you how old you are. When you were a bandwagon Manchester fan, were you bandwagon Manchester United fan or bandwagon Manchester City fan?
It was United.
Okay. So that was a little while back.
Yeah, it was a while back.
But
I'll admit the bandwagoning. Like it just you want it to be popular.
Like every kid wants to watch a winning team, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So like if I'm starting to watch, if I'm a 10-year-old kid getting into wrestling, go to SPW show, you're my guy. You're the champion. You've been the champion for 500 days. Like that, would I be the bandwagon? You're getting a lot of people on the bandwagon, right?
Well, the difference. True. There's some people who knew from the beginning. There are quite a few people who they were like, oh, well, look at this guy. He knows what he's doing. But for some people, you just they need proof. My words and actions aren't enough. So this is the proof. So there are quite a few bandwagon fans, but I'm whatever. If you knew from the beginning, kudos to you. If you are only learning now, sorry you're late to the party. That's how I take it.
So what should we expect at the anniversary show for SPW this weekend?
Well, there's multiple matches. So obviously there's the main event, the 4-way elimination match with myself, Chima, Bobby Callahan, and Guapo. There's also a WWID match, which is Jack Cartwheel against Timothy Thatcher. I beat Jack Cartwheel, by the way. There's
really? And if no one knows who Jack Cartwheel is, he's a WWE ID guy. They're expecting a lot of things from him from the independent circuit, and you took him out.
Mm-hmm. Correct. So just throwing that out there. It's not a brag. It's just a fact. But then there's also the rest of the appeal. They are the tag team champions, consisting of Jack Tracy, Jason Xavier, and Nathan Brick, my trainer. They are going to be going against too many teams, but I'm not worried about my boys. I'm not worried about my boys succeeding because that's just what they do. So there's an extreme championship match. There's a handicap match with the legend Mustafa Saeed. There's a whole bunch of things to watch. There's a whole bunch of people to see. But obviously when you come to see me.
So sounds like full card on Sunday. What's the best way to get tickets for the show?
I know they're selling them. I want to say it's on Eventbrite. So if you check out the SPW page on Instagram, even on Facebook, they have a link where you can buy the tickets, and I would get your tickets as soon as you can. Get some extra, bring some people, bring whoever you want. Just, again, it's a memorable night. 25 years is a long time to be running, and you get to see some people for, let's say, for a lower price, that one day you're going to see them, and you're going to be, your pockets are going to need to be deep to come see them.
Well, just to tell you a little bit about myself, probably about 20 years ago, I was a referee at SPW, and my claim to fame was I refereed, at the time, John Hennigan's match, who then went on to be John Morrison. You've seen him everywhere. I believe he's going to be at the show.
He is going to be there as well. He is going to be there.
So that's how long that this is going to be. Before I was even 21, I was going to these SPW shows. This is one of the best shows to see in the Sacramento area. I'm 100% with you. You got to get your tickets. And Olimude, how do people follow you? What's the best way to keep track of you?
So I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I don't use Twitter. X, whatever they call it. I don't use it. But it's Dark Fox Olumide. So the word dark, the word fox, and my name, Olumide. And really all I can say is follow the journey, because one of these days someone's going to say that they know me, and I'll know if you know me. I'll know. I'll know if you know me. And if you know me, good. But if you don't know me, then I don't know you. That's how I like to view things.
All right, perfect. Well, I hope now that I do know you, I will be at the show on Sunday. Looking forward to that. Hopefully still remain the SPW champion, and looking forward to a great match. Great show.
No hope necessary. I will remain the champion. No hope necessary. I'm just telling you fact, I will remain the champion. You don't got to hope.
All right, perfect. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot for joining me today, and really looking forward to this. Thanks a lot.
No problem.